Hey guys, today I'm back with Lincoln on Leadership, a book on executive strategies for tough times by Donald T. Phillips. And we're going to talk about the first chapter in part one here. Part one is titled People, for the way Lincoln dealt with people. First chapter is called Get Out of the Office and Circulate Among the Troops. So I want to harp on a couple key points in this chapter here. First major key here is that Lincoln spent most of his time with the troops. Then more time with the troops than he would spend in the White House itself. He spent more time going around talking to the people doing the day in and day out work than actually going around and sitting in his office doing work, stuff like that. He spent more time going out and building relationships than he would sitting in his office, which is a lot different than the way most people decide to lead. They decide to sit in their office, tell someone to go do something, lead that way, you go that way, you do this way, you get me this information, and that's completely different than the way Lincoln did. Some might say that that's more efficient because you have so many people working for you at once, but is it actually? That's what we'll find out today. So as he was going to talk to these troops, to the workers and stuff like that, he would be compassionate and caring and have a very positive attitude when going to talk to them. Now, put yourself in the place of a troop or a senator or someone like that is obviously a lower status person in society than the President of the United States. And the President of the United States comes and has a one-on-one conversation with you as if you're just hanging out as friends. And he asks you about your family, he asks you about how your friendships are going, how your work is going, and stuff like that. He truly takes an interest in you, and he truly cares about you as a person. And then throughout your conversation with him, he tells you a lot about how he cares about the mission that you're working on. And you're finding out more about this person that's so high up that you hear about in the news or back then the news was a little different than it is now, but you hear about it through the grapevine, basically. That makes you as someone who's lower than the person who's talking to you, lower status than the person who's talking to you, makes you think that this person is so much more humble than I believed before. I thought he was someone all the way up there that didn't want to talk to someone down here like me. That makes you feel special that you had a one-on-one conversation with that person. You go and tell all your friends that this is what happened. And the fact that you spoke to this person, they actually cared about you, made you see them in such a more positive light than you would have before. And that adds on to the second point here, which is having a positive attitude when talking to the people and truly caring about them. The specific attitude that you need to have is one that's caring, compassionate, and one that believes that the people who are doing the work should be given the greatest credit. Not the leader, the person who's doing the work, because without them, nothing would get done. So let's go back real quick. Spending most of your time with the troops. While you're spending that time, you should have the attitude that you believe that they should be given the greatest credit and doing it with a compassionate and caring attitude. The third point to take away here is that this is how Lincoln actually got his information. He went out, talked to the people, asked them if they had any news. And the people down low have different ways of getting information. They hear rumors left and right. They see things firsthand. They see problems as they arise. And rather than waiting for it to get to the person higher up, Lincoln would find this out so much faster because he spent the time to build the relationships and talk to the people, where he was able to pull the information extremely fast. He would only send out people to go talk to other people if he could not do it himself, if he had some other obligation or something like that. So this was a key way for Lincoln to get information. And the fourth thing I want you to take away here is that Lincoln did this in a relaxed environment. When you're in an interview or in a professional meeting, sometimes you are holding back what you would want to say or how you would want to say something because of the scenario. And that's the way you should act sometimes, but people aren't as trustworthy, people aren't telling people aren't telling the truth as much when they're holding back. So the only way to get them open is if you have a relaxed environment, as if you're talking to a friend, one-on-one. When you're talking to a friend, you're not really nervous, you're not holding back, nothing. You're having a normal conversation. And when the President of the United States comes to talk to you and he's acting as your friend, not acting, he really wants to be your friend. He truly cares because that's the mindset he has. You tell him things that you wouldn't normally tell him. And that helps him find out more problems faster and help him find more problems faster and lets him solve problems easier because now he knows them way ahead of when he would have before. And some things he might not have even found out about. This also has the added benefit of, again, Lincoln telling you how he sees the vision of what he would like to happen. For instance, he sees the vision of how the Civil War will end, and he's telling the troops on how he sees it, how it will end, how it's going on. And this motivates the individual worker to work so much harder because it shows that the person upstairs really, truly cares about the work he's doing and how it all fits in place with the vision. When people realize that they have a very important place and they're appreciated for what they do, they will work so much harder for you. So key takeaways here are spend a lot of time with the people that are working down low. Do it with a compassionate and caring attitude where you believe the greatest credit should be given to the people doing the work. 3 is this is a great way to get the information by building these relationships and talking to these people. And 4 is making sure that you do it in a relaxed environment as if you're friends hanging out, not as if you are in a formal meeting scheduled to talk about this specific situation. So, hope you guys enjoyed this chapter. Tomorrow, you can join me for the chapter on building strong alliances. If you wanted to copy a purchase of this book, or if you want to get a purchase of this book, check it down in the description below, and there'll be a link down there. If you like the video, please leave it a thumbs up down low. And if you'd like to subscribe to check more videos and follow along with the book with me, click the subscribe button down low, and have a great day, guys.